good morning, babes. This is Christy again. I'm here to do another intuitive daily collective reading. So if you're here, welcome, and I'm glad that you're here. Go ahead and get comfortable, clear your mind, and I'll go ahead and get to it. Gently hold a question or a topic in your thoughts, should you feel comfortable doing so, if you can think of one. Okay, so several cards jumped out at me. I'm gonna try for just two more. And I'll pull one more card. Okay, so it looks like two wanted to jump out, so we're gonna do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 card reading today. So the first card that jumped out, I'm going to show you the cards that I pulled. So first we have the Four of Rods. So this is like celebration, community, gathering. Three of Cups, also like a celebration, friends, family coming together. Three of Rods, Five of Rods, Eight of Pentacles, and the Lovers. So upon looking at these cards right here, I'm just gonna uncross my legs for a second. Right away, so we start off with the Four of Rods and with the Three of Cups coming right next to it. So right away, I think of like some kind of celebration, like a coming together. I think of like going to a community, like a recreational center with friends or with a group, and like having something to celebrate. Maybe celebrating an anniversary, maybe commemorating a grand opening of a community building, something like that. It could just be something that has to do with family. So with the Four of Rods, this also kind of this does kind of give me a vibe of like a community event, like something official, something for the community to do. Um, so it could be anything from like a festival, or it could be something a little bit more official, or it could be like a gathering of the community, a gathering, people coming together. I think of like maybe like a big speech, or like in an auditorium. Kind of, right, what comes to mind is something similar to like a TED Talk event, something like that, a serious TED Talk event. And then we have the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups brings me to family, friends, celebrating, and because the cups have to do with emotions, I feel like an event in which they would probably strengthen relational bonds, maybe like a graduation, a birthday, or an anniversary, something like that. So I don't know if you're going to be celebrating maybe something like that, maybe like on the day of a big event, or some kind of gathering, or something where you're going to be with a bunch of people. See, this could also be a concert. Concert comes to mind for some reason. And we have the Three of Rods that comes up after the Three of Cups. So the Three of Rods, I think optimism, visualization, positive thinking, hopefulness, hopes for the future, plans for the future. They might not be like written, or like not the kind of planning where you're budgeting and literally planning every step for in order to achieve a dream, a big dream. The Three of Rods brings me to optimism, more like having positive expectations and really having hopes for the future, and which makes sense considering this reading does kind of start off with like a very positive positive vibration with what the collective is going through right now. So really coming together and celebrating, and then having like positive expectations, because positive expectations is ultimately a virtue, and having a positive attitude on a daily basis. So the Three of Rods also kind of brings me to manifestation. The idea that feeling good and having feel thoughts that feel good to you will ultimately help you manifest and bring in your dreams, positive things into your life. So expect good things, and utilize this tool of positive thinking. Uh, it, what do I want to say? So with all the things going on in our lives, it's really easy to be critical, and to it's hard not to take notice of things in our experiences that we feel are lacking. So, in that in mind, with the wisdom of the Three of Rods says, instead of focusing on that which you are lacking, focus on positive expectation. It's coming in. The good thing about being limited as a human being is that you don't have to do it all. Some things will come in, and some people will help bring them into your lives. So that's just an example, to have positive expectations and to have gratitude and appreciation. So the Three of Rods has a lot to do with like your mindset, and that being a real an important factor that determines what will ultimately come next, what will happen, what will be the outcome. And here we have the Five of Rods. So the Five of Rods can symbolize it like petty annoyances, competitiveness. It could symbolize drama, things like that. Because the image here, I see a bunch of people competing, competing for something, or maybe I just feel like personalities getting in the way of something, and like distractions of some sort. And after the Five of Rods, I get the Eight of Pentacles and the Lover's card last. So the Lover's card is the only major arcana that I pulled out of this reading, and so right before we have the Eight of Discs. So the Eight of Discs has to do with work, your job, or your training, something that you're doing, something that you're investing in. So the Eight of Pentacles has to do with like a long-term investment, something that you're investing your energy in, and then thinking about what you're getting out of it. And so the Lover's card has to do with a commitment of some sort, or a decision. Maybe you have made a decision about something, and this decision is meant to be the right one for you. It's just like getting married. This person that you're getting married to is meant to be the right person for you, and that is exactly what you feel at this moment in time. And this is like a long-term commitment. It's just like getting married, and almost like a declaration, if you will. So I feel like with this reading, what I would like to tell the collective, I feel like there's a real opportunity. Take advantage of opportunities to be together, to be with the community, to commemorate something, to celebrate something communal, or to be a part of something communal. And the Three of Cups, I feel, is opportunities for gatherings, for friends, friendship, family, to get together, to celebrate each other, or even to make new friends, and celebrate those relationships as well, like nurturing those bonds and friendships. And with the Three of Rods, I feel like keep the hope alive, and maintain positive expectations despite any and all circumstances. Especially in the face of, like with the Five of Rods, petty annoyances, or competition, or maybe. And the problem with competition, it's difficult to avoid comparing, yourself, your skills, your talents to another. But remember that finding a middle way in life is very important, and the middle way is not something that can be imitated. The middle way is your way, and your path, and which is what the Lover's card emphasizes here. Something that's meant for you, and ultimately there's something that's meant for everybody here. So, dear collective, keep the hope alive. And when it comes to the Five of Rods, I feel like because this can symbolize, like I said, competitiveness. It can symbolize a little bit of drama, conflict. It can symbolize fears. Um, but with the Five of Rods, so the number five symbolizes change and versatility. So when I see the number Five of Rods, ultimately what I want to say, there's like a need for adaptability, a need for being flexible with your perspective, a need for being open, for having a wider perspective, and a need for being open to the possibilities. And so because the number five symbolizes versatility, there's an extra importance on not sticking with set expectations or set plans. And with the eight of discs right here, I feel like this could have something to do with like work or like a long-term investment, something that you want to invest in. I feel like that's also important. I also want to point out, taking note, what you are feeding your attention to. So attention is like energy and life-giving energy. Whether you're giving your attention to something that benefits you, or if you're giving your attention to something that harms you, ultimately you're going to get, that will birth something new. What that will be, I don't know. So I feel like with and I only say that because the Eight of Pentacles is also the symbol of infinity, and it's like a cycle. It can also be like a karmic number. So further emphasizing what you put in is ultimately what you will get out, and being aware of what you are investing in, ultimately being aware of what you're investing your time and energy in. In some situations, you it, it is not possible to avoid all situations where um, maybe there might be a little bit of conflict, there might be a little bit of drama. Sometimes the challenge is for you to shift your perspective and to shift the way that you think, which is not hard. It's not a difficult thing to do. And ultimately, I feel like, without a doubt, with the Lover's card, dear collective, you will find yourself, face to face with something that is truly meant for you, and you will know it, and you will feel it. And when it comes to the Lover's card, I feel like this is like a decision. This is like a long-term decision. This is something that you feel true and good about, and the Lover's card ultimately is something to feel good about, because it's kind of like finding true love, whether that be a hobby, whether that be a job, whether that be a new home, a location. It is that thing that feels to you like falling in love is ultimately what you're looking for here, as far as like commitments go. So, dear collective, I really hope you enjoyed this reading, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.